Sorry. Hi. I am going to read, first of all, I'm going to read two books actually today. And since we're doing letters M, N, O, P. So my first book today will be If You Give a Mouse a Muffin by Laura Jaffe Numeroff. I don't think I'm saying that right. Illustrated by Felicia Bond. And then I will read another story. I can read book Fancy Nancy, or Fancy Day in Room 1A. And that is by Jane O'Connor, and pictures based on the art of Robin Priest Glasser. It's a scholastic book. So I'll be reading two books in this video. If you give a mouse a muffin. Or no, I said that wrong. A moose. I cannot read today. Anyway, so see, there's muffins and there's a moose. And they all begin with the letter M. Here's the first page. The moose, he looks like he's looking over at that house. I'm thinking because it smells really good, because somebody must be cooking muffins. Let's read and find out. By Alice and Emily, the two best sisters anyone could ever possibly want. And for Antonio, Nahum, Jennifer, Santos, Brian, and Crystal. So that they were dedicating the book to those people. So the next page, the moose is even closer to the house. You see that? If you give a moose a muffin, I keep wanting to say mouse. It looks like in the picture that this person threw out a muffin. You see that? It's really little, but I believe that little boy threw out a muffin. Or girl. I can't tell if it's a boy or a girl. He'll want some jam to go with it. So you'll bring out some of your mother's homemade jam. Look, he's letting him in the house. Do you see that? He's walking into the house. Now he's peering into the refrigerator. Let's see what happens next. When he's finished eating the muffin, he'll want another, and another, and another. When they're all gone, he'll ask you to make more. He keeps feeding him muffin after muffin after muffin. And he's making a mess. He's getting crumbs all over the place. What happens next? You'll have to go to the store to get some muffin mix. He'll want to go with you. When he opens the door and feels how chilly it is, he'll ask to borrow a sweater. So the little boy's putting on his sweater. And they're getting ready to go outside, but it's a little chilly out there. When he puts the sweater on, he'll notice one of the buttons is loose. He'll ask for a needle and thread. He'll start sewing the button. The button will remind him of the puppets his grandmother used to make. That moose is making a mess. He's trying to put on that sweater. Do you think it'll fit him? And then they're trying to sew, and look, they're making all kinds of a mess in there. Let's see what happens. I can't imagine a moose sewing, can you? So he'll ask for some old socks. He'll make a sock puppet. Uh-oh, the moose is making a sock puppet. Next, let's see. When they're done, he'll want to put on a puppet show. He'll need some cardboard and paint. Look at the puppets he made. Now they're going to make a stage or a background, it looks like. Then he'll ask you to help make the scenery. So there they are, making a big old scenery so they can put on a puppet show. When the scenery is finished, he'll get behind the couch, but his antlers will stick out. So he'll ask for something to cover them up. You'll bring him a sheet from your bed. See the antlers sticking out? He doesn't want anybody to know he's behind there when he does his puppet show. When he sees the sheet, he'll remember he wants to be a ghost for Halloween. He'll try it on and shout, "Boo!" It'll scare him so much he'll knock over the paint. Got scared and knocked paint all over. I don't know if you can, how well you see that. So he'll use the sheet to clean up the mess. Then he'll ask for some soap to wash it out. He'll probably want to hang the sheet up to dry. Oh boy. They just keep making more and more messes, but he's trying to clean it up. He'll go outside to put it on the clothesline. When he's out in the yard, he'll see your mother's blackberry bushes. Uh-oh, what do you think that means? See the bushes back there? They got blackberries. What do you think the moose will do? Let's see. Seeing the blackberries will remind him of her jam. He'll probably ask for some. The little boy is behind the door thinking, oh no, now what's next? And chances are, I'll give him the jam. So the boy has the jam. It looks like the moose gathered everything all up. He'll want a muffin to go with it. Uh-oh, so here we go. He wants another muffin because he's got his blackberry jam, but now he wants a muffin to go with the jam. The end. If you give a moose a muffin, chances are he'll want some jam and another muffin and another. Will it ever end? What do you think? So, now let's go to the next book. Fancy Nancy. Fancy Day in Room 1A. Fancy Nancy, Fancy Day in Room 1A by Jane O'Connor. I'm peering out the window of my classroom. Peering is a fancy word for looking. It has rained all week. We can't play outside. Little girl sitting at her desk. It looks like she's at school. Miss Glass is reading a story. Everybody looks glum and gloomy. That's a fancy way to say we are in a bad mood. She puts down the book. Class, we need something fun to look forward to. Miss Glass says, does anyone have ideas? We all sit and ponder. That means we think hard. All the kids are sitting by their teacher in the classroom talking. Claire says, let's go bowling. Robert says, let's go see a movie. Miss Glass says, those are interesting ideas, but let's think of something to do in school. At At home, I ponder while I pick out a dress for tomorrow. I never feel glum or gloomy. In this fancy dress, being fancy is fun. It makes me happy. Ooh la la! All of a sudden, I have an idea. My pondering has paid off. What do you think she's thinking? She's in her closet looking at all her pretty dresses. What idea do you think she has? Let's see. The next day at school, I say, what if we have a fancy day? We can wear fancy clothes and eat fancy food and use fancy manners. Lionel holds up his pinky. Oh, darling, he says, you must try the baked worms. Miss Glass looks stern. That means now it's time to be silly. She's thinking about fancy things, and the little boy's thinking about worms. I think it is a great proposal, Miss Glass says. She explains that a proposal is like an idea. Everybody else likes my idea too, said even Lionel. Next Monday will be Fancy Day. Miss Glass says, we can start preparing now. We're putting it on the calendar. We make fancy placemats. We make fancy napkin rings from pipe cleaners. We also make fancy crowns. Lionel makes the points on his crown look like bloody shark teeth. He's such a goofball. There's the pipe cleaner napkin rings and placemats and their fancy crowns. At snack time, we put napkins on our laps. We chew with our mouths shut. When Robert burps, he says, pardon me. I teach everyone how to say thank you in French. It's merci. You say it like merci. That evening, I tell my family about Fancy Day. It was my proposal. That means it was my idea. Over the weekend, Bree and I baked cupcakes for Fancy Day. On Sunday night, I look through my wardrobe. It's fancy for all my clothes. I find my most fancy dress. I will also wear boas and bracelets, tons of necklaces, lace gloves, and sparkly clips in my hair. I am fancy all the time, so I must be super duper fancy on Fancy Day. Oh, I didn't show you the picture. There she is, checking out all her jewelry and her clothes and everything. On Monday morning, I am stunned. That means surprised. Everyone looks so posh, but where is Miss Glass? Why isn't she here yet? Looks like a party in the classroom. All of a sudden, Miss Glass rushes in. Her tooth broke this morning. The dentist already fixed her up. She is fine now, but she is not fancy. Miss Glass looks startled. That means surprised. Only in a bad way. Oh no, she cries. I left all my fancy stuff at home. There she is rushing in. Well, tell Miss Glass not to feel bad. You can have my clips. I say, Bree, offer her a boa. Everyone helps dress up Mrs. Glass, or Miss Glass. It's like playing with a giant doll. In no time, she is super posh. And all the kids are giving their teacher things to wear to look fancy. Soon it is party time. Miss Glass says, "We must thank Nancy for Fancy Day." The kids all lift their cups up of lemonade. Everyone's pinky is up, but no one says thank you. They all shout, "Mercy!" The end. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.